Greetings, this is Russ Moody with another 140,000 battle report, and here I'm facing off against the Dark Angels from the new book. 1,500 points again. This one was again, big guns never tire, and we ended up with the Hammer and Anvil deployment, so we were playing the long ways, which, given an assault army, is actually not that good. So, his list real quick, going off what we can see, he had 3 land speeders as a squadron. He had 3 units of bikes and an attack bike. He had 2 units of tacticals, and I think some kind of veteran squad that had close combat weapons, and a unit of terminators, and then 2 librarians in his list. So, going on, you see his deployment there, his turn, everything. He redeploys, so he slides over away from me after I deployed second, and I deployed everything on the left hand side. And you see, I'm running this time. I've got 20 Assault Marines Combat Squad, and I've got 5 Sane Guard with Sane Priest, and a Stern Guard. No Stern Guard in this list. Actually, running a Furioso Dread with a frag cannon coming in a drop pod. And I've got a unit of 5 Terminators, which I decided rather than deep strike, they're going to walk up the board. So, this right here, you can see I managed to steal the initiative, which is awesome for Blood Angels. So everything of mine just runs up and goes forward as fast as it can towards the enemy, which is pretty standard. My Furioso comes in the drop pod, and this is not where I wanted the drop pod. It scattered almost off the table. I think I got like a 10-inch scatter, something like that. And here he fires his frag cannon, and he kills 3 Devastators, something like. There was a ton of rending, and so it was nasty. I did end up kind of making a bit of a mistake. He needed to be about 1 inch farther away, and we'll see why that's important. His turn, he brings in a bunch of drop pods and deep strikes his Terminators. Yeah, and everything moves up to block my advance. His faster units move up to block my advance and access to his scoring units. So right here, and you can see there's a unit of tacticals that are just kind of hanging out on an objective in the corner there. And he manages to bring a bike over and melt my dreadnought. He died. So close. And like I said, if I had been a half inch back, he wouldn't have been able to have the melted range, and I probably would have survived to do some more damage. Over here, I moved, and this I probably made a bit of a mistake. I split my army and kind of went in 3 directions. And what I should have done is I should have just moved everything towards the attack bikes and towards that unit in the corner, and then used more force to go towards the Devastators. And that probably would have been a bit better option. As it is, I ended up not quite having the men I needed in the right areas to get the job done. Because you see here, this unit of 5 moves in, and I think my decisions would have gone a little bit differently, except for I forgot that, or didn't realize. I didn't know the Dark Angels book well enough, but all these attack bikes, and maybe a standard for Marine bikes to have hit and run. And so I go in here thinking that I'm going to be locked in combat, and instead he's able to just get himself out of the combats he doesn't want to be in, which is not good, because then I'm just sitting there in the open where he can shoot me. However, over here things go well. The Terminators get in against those bikes and destroy them, and the Assault Marines with the Power Fist destroy most of that squadron from the land speeders. And here you see my Assault Marines, and then here, if I had rolled a little bit better on their consolidation after the fight, I would have gotten some cover. But as it was, on his next turn, he just moves up. You see these guys have close combat weapons. Now I got the ability with my Librarian to shoot at full ballistic skill on Overwatch, so these guys are going to charge in, and I kill 3-4 of them on Overwatch, and so they fail that charge. And right here, his Terminators just kind of moving those rocks, and then I've got my Sane Guard move towards the Terminators, and everything else also moves towards those Terminators to try and wipe them out. And then I shoot with my plasma, and it was a huge fail. my plasma pistols and my 2 plasma guns didn't. I don't think I killed. Maybe I got 1 Terminator. I don't think. Actually, I don't even think I got that. I think I failed to kill a single model with 8 plasma shots. So yeah. Anyway, so I had to try and do the job with hand-to-hand, which means my Sangard got killed with all those power fists. And then fighting eventually left our 2 librarians in this unit locked in combat. And at that point, since I no longer had any scoring units, I conceded the game due to the Devastators shooting my last unit of Assault Marines to death. And that was a game. Dark Angels are very, very tough. Their book is obnoxiously good. Due to the fact that they can be wickedly fast and they just take so many plasma and special weapons. Anyway, so yeah. Anyway, that was the battle, and I hope you enjoyed it.